All right, folks, people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Show and Tell What the Hell. Today we got a very interesting. It's more of a toy discussion, um, and we're going to be talking about this. I picked this up at Ross for $6.99, which is the only way I would have purchased this. I don't have a more modernized version of a Wampa, but I wanted to discuss the whole Star Wars. Let me just take this off here because on the top you see, I can't even tell if that's Poe Dameron. No, because Poe's already there. It's Finn right there. So what do they show? This is during when the Last Jedi released. These did not fly off the shelves, and you could find them at discount retailers. And they wanted to release some of the legacy characters with their little Force Link 2.0 gimmick. I am not even going to bother with that. And why do they have a Force Point 1 and a Force Point 2? It's just ridiculous. So a lot of these Star Wars toys have ended up being peg warmers, and here is a prime example of why. Now, beautiful artwork, yes, but what does the fucking Wampa look like? I don't know. They show you a little tiny picture right here, and if you look at the back, you get a picture right there, right? Now, this isn't original Star Wars figures where you had a box and the box didn't show the inside of it. You just saw the illustration, or you saw the picture of the Wampa. This is 2019, or this was released in 2018. So, why did they put Luke? Why do you have? They should have had a window for Wampa, and maybe in the little background have Luke if they were going to put too much money. No wonder this did not sell. So let's take a look at it. And I hate to sound like one of those. Look, there's a little picture of Luke in the. They should have had Luke. They should have had a window box with a Wampa there and Luke upside down like this. They wanted to sell that to collectors and kids alike. I mean, especially if you want to sell it to kids, show the picture of the big toy, not the small toy. Come on. I have no idea who's been working at Hasbro or Disney. I don't know if this was a Hasbro decision. Hasbro makes so many good decisions. It's a shame that they make some bad ones every now and then. We'll pull him out, and there he is. That whole space. Look at that. Look at that. He's right there. There's nothing there. Empty space. Just for a picture. Excuse me. I'm coughing, and it's because I'm so I'm hyperventilating over here. No, I think yeah. Look at this. All that right there could have been chopped in half. They wanted to give you the illusion that it's a huge toy that your kid would love. And there is the Wampa hiding in there. They even separated the arm. They try to save as much space as possible over here on this end. So I see now why they didn't do the window box thing. And which they had the space to do that. I thought he was going to be hiding somewhere over here. Ridiculous. But let's talk about the toy. It's a really nice toy. I wish I had an old Wampa still to compare it with. Here's a Luke. Very limited articulation. No knee articulation. No... nothing else. No ankle. Just your basic... old school Star Wars articulation, which I guess I'm digging. I think the original cost for this was like about $15, which isn't bad. But if you really wanted to sell these, now Wampa doesn't have any like hip articulation, but he does have like where he can move his leg back and forth, but he can't move it all the way around like on a ball joint. His arm, however, you can make that happen on his arm, and this is a nice little touch. You can remove this. You could pop it in and pop it out if you want a armless Wampa walking around. So, yeah, that's about it. You know, you have your Luke, Wampa, and I just want to say that I think, look, it's fine to have an extra lightsaber and accessories, but they could have at least made the inside package white. I don't know. Hasbro has been making a lot of mistakes when it comes to Star Wars. I think this year looks a lot better. But when a movie's coming, things get all haywire. And Last Jedi and Rogue One have become the darkest of times. I will tell my grandchildren and my grandchildren's grandchildren the dark days of Rogue One and Last Jedi Star Wars toys. But other than that, I think this is a pretty decent Wampa. And I like to say that word. Say it with me, folks. Wampa. Say Wampa several times a day and all your dreams will come true. But yeah, it's a pretty decent Wampa. Having fight Luke in the desert. And we're having fun. Yes, but decent price point, I say. But the reason that these weren't really selling like hotcakes is because you don't see the goddamn toy, the big toy. I mean, if you had a window package, look, let me bring that box back out. Oh, yes, I know, I'm repeating myself, but just imagine, if you will, all this open like that, or Luke hanging like that. Would that not have been awesome? You see what you're going to get. We still need that. We still need to know what the figure's going to look like. It's a good figure. I believe Hasbro's going to give us a decent product as far as a toy goes. It's just the execution and packaging. That makes a big difference. So, yeah. I hope the designer had a stern talking to. Anyway, folks, that is my little discussion. What do you think about the packages? Can you provide some other examples for me? I did notice one with the one from the Solo movie. That's the other one I forget. That will forever be known as the Trilogy of Despair. Rogue One, Last Jedi, and Solo. Let's see what happens with this next movie coming up. So yeah, what's the name? I always call that character Empty Nest. Nice design with Empty Nest. Again, it comes with a speeder bike. You don't see the fucking speeder bike. God damn it. It would have been nice if it was the character on the speeder bike with the background painted to look like a little diorama or whatever. So just imagine this window box, white, Luke hanging up there. They can figure it out. Just because they want to save a couple $100, I don't know. But imagine, look how much money they lost instead by making stupid mistakes like that. By trying to save money. So anyway, folks, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too negative for you. But again, I like collecting toys. I like when toys look cool. I like when the packages look cool. So yeah, I've been giving them my money. So I have certain expectations. So take care, folks. Be nice to each other. And we'll see you later on.